We have with us Pramod Chawla and Sahan Trivedi from NFI today. And I would like them to come and speak to us about the work that they have been doing on electoral reforms.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the vast majority of our Indians, citizens, hardship is increasing daily. And economic disparity between the rich and the poor is spiraling out of control due to failing governments. There is a growing unrest amongst the poor, and the national influence, as we notice, is increasing amongst those who've been denied the basic benefit of governance and progress. Basic benefit governance that we city dwellers know as basic healthcare, judicial delivery, and civil administration, all these things seem to be missing for a vast portion of the nation. What you and I take for granted each day seems even beyond the realm of reality for many of us. After 65 years of independence, the majority remains enslaved in poverty and deprivation. Despite industrial growth and economic growth, more than 25% of the population is struggling to survive. 7 out of 10 remain illiterate, defecate in the open, and India today has the unenviable distinction of having the world's largest number of impoverished citizens. Successive political parties have come to power through vote bank politics and have undermined the process of law. The country stands divided along the lines of religion and caste. More discord and divide is being engineered daily by selfish leaders. The nation's internal and external security has been compromised by a sheer apathy for what is in the nation's interest by those who will be elected to govern. There is a severe deterioration in law and order. Courts are overburdened, judicial delivery has failed its citizens, and there is little disregard for law and society. So, the legislative assemblies have today become a joke, not places where serious matters are debated. There are so many pieces of legislation such as Police Reform and Whistleblowers Act that we read about recently, which remain pending for so many years, and when a law is brought in, it's more of a joke. There are so many serious matters pending in the legislature. Friends, I submit to you that electoral corruption is the starting point of all political wrong. And bureaucratic corruption thrives when political leaders themselves indulge in corruption. Elected leaders collect funds for party and personal use through earmarked civil servants. The one cannot act without the other. The cancer of corruption is stoked by siphoning off funds meant for developmental work. And this is only a small source of this. And political corruption has assumed such dangerous proportion that today it is fatal to our democracy. There is institutionalized corruption and criminalization, and this is due to a growing number of dubious characters, tainted people becoming lawmakers. And once they become lawmakers, of course, they are protected by the system. Ladies and gentlemen, we have today 34% self-declared lawmakers guilty of heinous crime in our parliament in Rajya Sabha. And this figure has been gradually increasing with each election. The situation in the state is no better. Some of them is even worse. It is important that strong hands should be guiding and leading our country. Therefore, we have to make every effort to prevent the entry of criminals into our legislators, as well as cleansing the system of those who are already there. Only then we can hope to enact good laws, make our various institutions function the way they were envisaged to function, and create a nation where every citizen are equal and able to benefit from progress, not just a select few. This then leads to the urgent need for electoral reforms. Let us examine briefly what has been done recently, and particularly in the area of decriminalization. Election Commission of India proposed certain reforms to restrict criminals and legislators. And this was first done in 1998 and then in 2004. And the Law Commission's 170th report actually endorsed the EC proposal. Proposal by T.S. Krishnamurthy in 2004 to the PM that those with criminal antecedents should not be allowed to contest elections was passed to a standing committee on law for review, the Nature Committee. And this had Jethmalani and Signy in it. This committee concluded that not allowing candidates against whom charges are framed but who is not yet convicted by a court amounts to a violation of human rights. EC again proposed this, and this time a very valid argument, saying, look, if you and I commit a crime, we are denied far greater basic rights. We have right to, we are denied a freedom of speech, we are denied freedom of movement, right to earn a livelihood, but the candidates fighting for election to become a lawmaker of the land is not denied any of this. Is this basically, this is a joke? This is what's happening today. There are several instances today of persons charged with serious heinous crime, like murder, rape, bigotry, etc., contesting elections. And some of them even win, they become lawmakers. This leads to a very undesirable and embarrassing situation of lawbreakers becoming lawmakers and then moving around under police protection. The Commission had proposed that law should be amended